Very cool. Well, so this podcast is all about you and your journey in music, Pistols at Dawn, the new stuff you have coming out, and how you guys got to where you are now.
Sure. Where would you like to start?
Let's start with where you were born and raised. Was that in Atlanta?
So I grew up in Atlanta. My guys also grew up in Atlanta. We're from various parts of Atlanta. Atlanta has a very cool music scene. Some of the bigger rock bands, a lot of the hip hop bands, and obviously country bands and artists come from Atlanta. And so it's really a small world from a music standpoint. And so we all grew up here. We all played music from when we were all very little, and we all played shows from when we were very little at all of the little, local nugget places. And so it's kind of like you get to know each other at an early age here. And we all kind of grew up together, although not all of us together, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, you guys grew up in the same scene, but you didn't grow up like in high school and form the band at that age. Got you. Very cool.
Exactly.
And you play drums in the band?
I'm the drummer. Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, was that the first instrument you learned?
Yeah. So this is a funny story. My parents split when I was 5. At 6, my dad has his first girlfriend. My dad's first girlfriend, Dolly, decides to piss the shit out of my mother. And so she buys me my first drum set and puts it in my mother's house.
Oh, of course.
And I don't really have a recollection of this, but my parents vividly remember it. And apparently I drove my mother insane with that first drum set when I was 6 years old.
Well, at least she was cool enough to keep it there and wasn't just like, I'm taking it back to your dad's house or get rid of it.
She was cool like that. My mom's a cool lady. And ultimately I went from that drum set to an electronic drum set, and then really got into things. It's kind of strange, my little progression as a drummer. I had a cousin when I was, I think, 14. I had a cousin die from a brain tumor, and one of his final wishes was a drum set. And I remember when he passed away, my mom told me that they were going to sell the drum set, and would I like to have it, that it was my cousin's. And we got it, we bought it. And I played that damn thing for years. And that's really how I got into serious drumming.
Wow, that's amazing. Did you ever join like the drum line or anything like that? Were you in the band?
I've been a rocker since the beginning. I was never a band dude. I was always playing rock drums, or I was playing sports. And so one of my how it all started was one of my best friends, his name's Josh. He used to be in a very cool band called Nocturnal Youth, which, by the way, I used as the title of our upcoming EP, which is coming out in May, which I'll tell you about.
Cool.
And Josh was in this very cool band called Nocturnal Youth, and I would go watch their practices. I love music. I love concerts. I'd get up at 3 a.m. with Josh all the time. And we'd buy tickets, back in the day when you'd stand in line.
Yeah, you used to buy them, like find the whatever store was like a ticket master. I remember
3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, the cops are checking on you. They do a lottery. They don't do that shit anymore. You do it from your computer in 3 seconds and you're done.
Yeah, whoever can get on the internet the fastest.
It's not as cool. You're right. It's not as cool though, because back in the day you get tickets. You get front row seats from standing outside all night, and that concert was that much better.
Oh yeah,
because you stood outside all night. And so anyway, back to Josh. I'm watching their band. I loved it. One day, Josh looks at me and he's like, "You want me to show you how to play?" And I was like, "Whatever, sure." So he turns on "What It Takes," sung by Aerosmith.
Yeah,
and he shows me just a few licks on the drum, just a basic 4/4 beat. And I was able to do it perfectly. And I played along with the song, and I was like, I am a fucking drummer.
Sure.
And that was it.
Wow. And how old are you when that all happened?
That was probably 13.
Okay.
And then
13 is when you really started clicking. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. I had other sets, and then 13, it clicks in. And then I made my mother sign me up for lessons with one of the top pros in Atlanta for 2 years.
Okay.
And because I was like, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. So I took lessons multiple times a week with a guy named Jack Dukes in Atlanta. And he was a big drumming instructor. And then, I learned how to actually play. And then as soon as I learned how to play, I joined my first band, played my first shows, and the rest is history.
Wow. What was that like 13 or between 13 to
15.
15? Oh, is when you started your first band?
15. I started my first band.
What were those first shows like? Just a local all age venues or talent show type things?
total garbage. I mean, your parents came to see you and videoed the whole thing. But it was cool as shit. I was playing like this 7-piece wooden Slingerland set.
Wow.
And, with 22 cymbals, and I was just a badass who could, and I probably couldn't do anything, and I probably sounded terrible, but it was just the fact that I was on stage with my buddies playing music, and it's kind of like drugs. I thank God I've never gotten into drugs. Neither have any of my band members. Mm-hmm. But it's like a drug. Once you get on stage, and you play a show, I was hooked. I was addicted, and I knew I would eventually get on bigger stages.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So from those early, bands in high school, and did you progress and go to like what was the next step for you musically? I mean, did you go to college for music? Did you
no,
band or
always bands? I was in band after band after band in high school, and you played tons of shows locally. Mm-hmm. And I just kept learning and playing with all the different rock bands that, playing with all the different rock bands I can get my hands on at that time, with mm-hmm. friends, not with friends, didn't matter. And then, I went to college, I was in bands. I went to school in Athens, Georgia, and I was in bands while I was in college. And then ultimately I came back after I finished school and everything, and decided to do it seriously. And then, I joined one band, then another band. And what happened once I got back to Atlanta after school was that I went from band to band, and it kind of was in elevated levels of success. So It was kind of an evolution from, I was in a good band when I got back, and then I was in a better band, and then I was in one of the best bands in Atlanta. And then it just kind of progressed to where I am now, where I'm fortunate enough to be hopefully in one of the new best bands in the world. So
sure. That's amazing.
That's what we hope we are.
Yeah. I love the record so far. And I was even listening to the EP you put out in 2019, which is awesome as well.
Thank you. Yeah. We got together in 2015. Okay. We laid the tracks down back. We laid the 3 singles down last summer. The summer of
2015.
I take it all back. I'm losing time. All
it's
right.
Okay.
2015, we're together. We did the 3 singles then. We break up for a little bit. Our guitarist gets cancer and passes away from stage 4. I forget if it was lymphoma or something else.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He dies. We ultimately are disbanded for a long time. And then one day I get a call from my guitarist, and he's like, we have to put this back together. Let's just play for fun and see how it feels. So me, one of the other lead guitarists and the bassist got together, and we were just like, this is too good. Let's replace our friend who passed away. We got another guitarist from Nicaragua who came up to Atlanta and moved here, and who's a shredder. And then we put those first 3 tracks out. We did those first 3 tracks when we got together in 15. We just didn't put them out until 19. So the ones you heard, Cold, Gauntlet, All You Offer, those actually were done in 2015.
And that has your original guitar player on it.
That has the original.
That's really cool. That's so really special. It's like kind of his legacy in that album and everything.
Undoubtedly.
That's so cool.
He was such a special player. The guy could shred like Eddie Van Halen. I mean, he was that good and that talented, and the standards were that high. And so replacing him was next to impossible. But amazingly, we put out an ad on Craigslist for, where bands advertise, and we had a bunch of people, try to do his solos, which are next to impossible unless you are a talented dude.
Sure.
And this one guy has the balls to send us a video of him shredding the solos before he came to audition. And he had a naked cat in the background. One of those naked cats.
Oh yeah. Like like what was that movie with it? The naked cat.
I don't know, but you
Uh,
know what I'm talking about.
I
They're
do. The
freaky
one with
looking.
Mike Myers. Now I can't remember. It's
Yeah,
like totally losing it.
yeah. So anyway, he sends
Austin
it.
Powers. Sorry.
Austin
Go
Powers.
ahead.
Yeah. So he's
That'll bug
shredding
me all
our,
day.
yeah, he's shredding our old guitarist solos, and there's a naked cat sitting in the background. And we're just like, if this dude with this strange ass cat had the balls to send us this goddamn thing. Oh, and he's wearing like a blue polo or something, you know? And we're just like, and I've been working right now, but so that's why I'm wearing a blue polo. But he was wearing a blue polo, and we were just like, oh my God, if this guy can shred and do this with this crazy ass cat in the background, he's probably our guy. And he came in and he just played it effortlessly, and that was it. His name's Tommy Richardson, and he's been our guitarist since.
Wow. Okay. And then you guys got in the studio in some point in 2019 to put the other three songs together to put out the EP.
So the original EP we put together back in 2015. Then
all the new 6 songs, or
that was 6 songs. Yeah. Oh, okay. That was like 6 songs.
So is that whole self-titled EP is all old from 2015 with the original guitar player?
There you go.
Oh, got it. Okay. So I was under the impression that just the singles you put out had your original guitar player, and then when you added the new guy, he added
the new guy in right after the pandemic hit. Right.
Oh, okay.
And we had already written the new 4-track EP that's coming out in May that we put the 2 singles out on already. We had already written it. And what we wanted to do was add the guitarist, and it took us a while to find him, add the guitarist and have him come in and lay down his own shredder tracks and put his touch on it and make it his. And so the pandemic hits, we decided to go big. We're marketing worldwide. The pandemic hits. We decide, you know what? People need content. People need to be, you know, I'm the business end of the band, I guess you could say. And, you know, I really I hate to say this, but I looked at the pandemic as positively as I could under the circumstances and really saw it as an opportunity where people are going to be stuck at home. Rock fans are going to be stuck at home. And what's the best thing we could do is we could feed them entertainment, and we could feed them content and give them new material and really let them get to know us during the pandemic. So we decided we would do the EP, get the new guitarist, and then we would do videos for the 3 previous singles and the new EP. So put out 7 videos. Wow. So we've already put out 5. Okay. We're actually filming the 6th this weekend. For the 3rd track on the EP. And these are major videos. If you've seen our videos. Oh yeah, I have.
The Voices video is crazy. And then I love the shot that you have. I think it's on your Instagram, maybe you're on our Facebook page, where because in the video, you're on this stage and it's got all the candles, which I was like watching it. I'm like, are these things going to fall over and start a fire? But
we had no idea. We had no idea how we did that. Not one candle fell.
That's great. That's amazing. Well, because at first I'm like, is this a photo? Is this like, photoshopped on there? What's going on here? But then I saw the shot. That's like a wide of you guys on the stage, and you can see how like you on this smaller stage, but like the lighting on it and everything. It looks really cool.
Yeah. No, dude. So we, as far as that particular video goes, I told the filmmaker and his crew that we wanted the most intimate video possible. We really want people with voices in the new EP to get to know us and feel us as if they're at a concert, despite the fact that they can't go to concerts. So he sends me this mock-up of 1,000 candles on this little bitty stage, and kind of like the old Behind the Musics, like with Nirvana Alice in Chains, and when they make it real intimate. And I was like, that's the feeling I want. But you got to remember, we're fucking rockers. How am I going to tell my band we're going to put 1,000 candles on the stage? They're going to think we're making love, And he's like, just trust me. And so I knew he could pull it off because the dude's talented. If you've seen our videos, and we get there in the video, and the candles are lit, and you've got this real intimate scenario. And my guys, I told them, listen, how many serious hard rock bands have done a serious, heavy, powerful, anthemic, really feeling tight tune with 1,000 candles? None. Nobody. Zero. Bupkis. And so I really thought it would be a great opportunity. The band bought into it. Michael, with M3 Media creative, M3 Creative killed it. And there you go.
That's amazing. Yeah, the video is awesome. And so you're putting out videos for all the previous. Let me just try to clarify all the previous songs from that 2019 EP and the new record.
We actually released 3 singles off that EP. The 3 singles were Cold, Gauntlet, and All You Offer.
Okay.
And what we did was we after we recorded, and actually as we you there we go. As we were recording the new EP, we were doing the videos for the 3 singles of the last EP, and we were going to just put them all out and say welcome to who we are. And so we did the video for Cold first at an insane asylum in Milledgeville, Georgia, that's abandoned and haunted. We did it.
Oh my gosh.
We did it out front, right in front of the doors of this insane asylum. You'll have to see it if you haven't seen the Cold video. And it was hot as hell and scary as shit and powerful. And we killed it. And we had 5 flamethrowers and all sorts of shit. It was amazing.
Oh man. Yeah. I've seen the video for, I think, not Cold, Crown is the one I watch, where there's like the girls in gold on the stage and stuff.
Yeah. So let me tell you the progression. So we go from Cold in front of an insane asylum. You got to understand, we've got everyone at home. The fucking pandemic sucks. People are dying. Right. And we're just like, fuck it. Let's just give them serious hard rock. Let's give them serious feels. Let's really let them get to know us. If we're going to go big, then let's go big. So
we're going to the Sanus. Where does this? Okay, I'm curious on this real quick though. So this thing's still there. It's just this abandoned.
It's completely abandoned. You can pull it up. Just Google sometime insane asylum, abandoned insane asylum, Georgia, and it's the biggest insane asylum in the country. And it is, who knows what type of experiments went on in this fucking crazy place.
Oh, sure. And it sounds like some ghost hunters. Like
yeah. If you Google just Pistols at Dawn Cold video, you'll see.
I'm watching it right after this because I've only seen I've seen a few of your videos, but I don't remember no insane asylum.
It's crazy as shit. So then after the video shoot ends, the rest of my band and my wife, they go and break into the damn thing, and so that they can go see all the different rooms, and they go to the morgue. And I did not go in. Creeps. I would not go in. They fucking went in. They're insane. I was there to make sure that after they got mutilated and killed by the crazy people that lived in there, that someone
could call someone.
I could call someone. So anyway, that's that video. Then I told my guy, I was like, listen, we want to do a dark, sexy circus. All right. We want it dark. We want it hot. We want it sexy. So this motherfucker, our filmmaker, Michael Mueller, he contacts me and he's like, dude, we're going to do it at a all-male kink sex dungeon in Atlanta. Okay. I shit you not. I'm like, dude, how am I going to tell my guys in my hard rock band that we're going to go to an all-male kink sex dungeon? I'm talking, the chains on the walls.
Sure.
I mean, where people are truly being
like dominatrix. Yeah.
Oh, like Shades of Grey. What is it? 50 Shades of Grey times 1,000. Okay. Like special rooms with big teddy bears, got like the kitty room, and dude, it was some wacko shit. So anyway, he's like, just trust me. So we get there, we bring in all sorts of great entertainers, like the sexy ballerina and the dark fire thrower and this person and that person. And honestly, one of the coolest videos we've ever been a part of. I highly suggest you check out Gauntlet when we're done with this, after you check out Cold. And it was sexy as hell. It was cool as hell. It was dark as hell. And fortunately, the goddamn place was clean and we didn't get diseases. So that was nice. Then we decided to take it to an abandoned school bus park. Okay. No, abandoned school bus graveyard, where all it is just abandoned school buses from the last 100 years. Okay,
where do you find like this? Is like
that's our filmmaker, man.
This guy's got quite the mind.
He's cool. He's cool.
How do you find even? Like,
I don't know.
All right.
That's
abandoned school bus place.
Right.
Like, what the hell?
So he kills it with that. We finished the third one. So finally we're on the new EP. We go into the new EP, we go into the studio last summer with Jeff Tomei. He is the engineer from Smashing Pumpkins' Siamese Dream, which I think is one of the greatest albums ever.
Sure.
And we had Maor Applebaum. He mastered our new EP. He did a bunch of Faith No More albums. He's incredible. Mm-hmm. And it really came out great. So we did the 4 tracks. Then we're like, okay, let's put out the videos. So now we want to bring them in intimately. We really want people to see us like they're at a show, since they can't go to shows. So now you got the Voices video with the candles. Mm-hmm. Then you got the Crown video, which you just saw, which we released last weekend.
Yeah, with like the girls in gold,
the golden goddesses and all the kind of stuff in the background with the cool video screens, and that was dope as hell. We loved it. This weekend we're actually filming the next. It's not going to be a single. The actual EP comes out. What is it? The first Friday in May 9th, I think it is, May 7th, May 9th.
It's a couple weeks from now.
Yeah, it's called Nocturnal Youth. And it'll have the 2 previous tracks, Voices and Crown. And then obviously it'll have 2 more, which are Now Is the Time and Gone Black. And we're doing the Now Is the Time video this Sunday. We're actually filming that with another interesting perspective of the band. Let's put it that way.
I'm excited. That's crazy. So, yeah, okay. And then do you have the 4th video concept in
we have an idea for the 4th already. Yes.
Is it
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to ask, is it going to progressively get more twisted? Or how do you even, you kind of died down though, right?
No, the goal with the first 3 was twisted. The goal with this current EP is to get people in front of us.
Yeah, the more intimate,
connecting to us.
Got it. Sure.
So in the midst of promoting this all over the world, in the new video and the new singles, and we work with SRO PR in LA, and they're publicizing everything, and we work with companies in the UK and Canada, and so we're really blowing this up as much as possible. But in the midst of all of that and the video production, we're also preparing. We're writing the new album, which we're going to record this summer, and that's going to be a full-length album.
Wow, that's exciting. Yeah. That's really exciting. And then everything's kind of opening up, fingers crossed here in the next few months, it looks like. I mean, big shows are being announced.
We're pushing hard with top shelf booking agents to try to see if we can sign with someone really good who can get us opening for some of the biggest acts on earth. That's our goal is in the fall and in the new year to be opening for some of the biggest acts that we can possibly get our hands on.
That's amazing. You guys are in the right direction. I mean, the videos are sick. The engagement you guys have on Facebook is insane.
Thank you.
I mean, you guys are really, you have something going, and the songs obviously are there. So that's amazing. And I mean, what a time to kind of have this all unfolding, I mean, I'm like you said, like the pandemic, everything has been horrid, but to be able to kind of capitalize on it in the way that you guys are doing, I mean, makes a lot of sense, and it's working. It's really working for you.
It is. And we're grateful and blessed and safe. And, it's such a horrible time and sad time and crazy time and weird time and all of it. And we just, we're entertainers, and we want to put on a show, and we're a plug and play rock band. What I mean by that is, if we play it on a CD or on a track, there are no tracks. I use real drums. My guys play big ass amps. This is a guitar driven, heavy and drum driven hard rock band. We're for real. And we want people to enjoy themselves when they hear us, because, life is already fucked up enough with everything else that's going on. But I give my front man, Chris Pierson, a lot of credit. He really writes for the time. And if you listen to like the lyrics for Voices, that came out more in the, towards the hard end of the pandemic, and this, with voices in people's heads, they're at home,
everyone's
thinking too much. Yeah. He wrote really well. And if you listen to Crown, it's talking about how there's a lot of government officials that are just not very good and not really taking care of us and not doing a good job right now. And you know, everybody has their own perspective, and we're not talking politics. We're not political in any way, shape, or form, but we're just kind of saying, listen, there's a lot of fucked up government shit going on out there, and basically, you know, fuck the crown. You know, the next one actually is very fitting for where we are. Things are getting better. Things are opening back up. People are getting vaccinated. People are getting well. You know, people are going back to work, back to their lives, back to travel, listening to music. Concerts are coming up. And guess what? Our next track that's going to come out with the new video is called Now Is the Time.
Oh, there you go. That's awesome.
And it's very like now is the fucking time. Let's go.
I love it, man. Well, thank you so much, Adam, for talking with me, man. This has been awesome. Have you had a chance to, well, I mean, since getting the new guitar player, probably not, like play a show with him, right?
No.
Okay.
The closest we've come to a show with the new guitar player is all our videos. So
sure.
Come the fall, we'll do some club dates, some small club dates just on our own, to make sure that we're killing it and
ready for those big tours.
Then we'll go tear it up. Yeah. I mean, our goal is to be full time. If people want to find us, they can check us out at pistolsatdawnband.com. On Facebook at Pistols at Dawn Band, or on Instagram at Pistols at Dawn Official.
Awesome, man. I love it. Well, thank you again so much, Adam. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate you doing this. One more question for you before I let you go.
Shoot.
Do you have any advice for aspiring artists?
Absolutely. If there's anything we've learned, you know, by being in bands since we were all very little, is just do it. You know, just do it. If you're feeling it, if you're watching American Idol and you're like, God, I want to do that. Or if you're watching your favorite band's video and you're like, God, I really feel I could do that. I remember I was in school and I had stopped playing for just a little bit, and I went to a 311 show, and I'm with one of my good friends who really didn't know I was a serious drummer. And I looked at them and I saw 311 on stage, and I was like, fuck that, I'm doing that. And they looked at me like I was out of my mind. Sure. But I knew I could do it. And I put my fucking head down and I joined the right bands, and I played and I played and I played. And here we are talking to you in this amazing interview, which we're blessed and grateful to have. So just do it. Bring it back.